Alright, what is going on, everybody? I wanted to do a full walk around on the truck, explain all the all the features, options I have, what it comes with and stuff. So, sorry if I sound like crap in the video. I lost my voice a few days ago and I was sick, and I'm better now pretty much. Just my voice is still a little and I've been hacking. So if I cough, sorry, you gotta hear me coughing. But this is a 1999 F250 7.3 Powerstroke diesel. It is a 4x4. The exterior color is light prairie tan, and the interior is prairie tan. So this thing's it's pretty tan. That's tan outside, tan inside. I like the color scheme. I don't know. Some people don't like it. Someone I know told me it's like a work truck spec color, which I could kind of see that, but I don't know. I personally think it's a nice color. But to each his own. I know some people just like black, or some people, like red, or, whatever. But this is what I have. I like the color personally. So, this is a super cab. As you guys can see, it does not have the full 4 doors. It's not a crew cab, which I like. I do not like crew cabs. I like either regular cabs or super cabs or extended cabs. Ford calls it super cab, but this is the spec that I like. Besides the bed, if I could have, I would have chosen an 8-foot bed. This is either a 6-foot or a 6.5-foot bed. I forget exactly what how many feet it is. I'm pretty sure it's just I think it's just a regular 6-foot bed. I don't think it's 6.5-foot, but it's still a pretty good spec. I don't mind the shorter bed. It's okay with me. It has Dana 50 front and rear axles. My rear has a limited slip in it. It is 373 gears with a limited slip, so it's nice having that. Now, if you guys don't know, the earlier Super Duty trucks, believe in 05, they switched to coil front. So any truck, any Ford before 05 has 2 leaf springs. So it's leaf spring up front and then leaf spring in the rear. So it kind of rides like a truck. And I'll be honest, it doesn't ride as bad as I thought it would. People said, like, oh, the leaf spring trucks, they ride so horrible and they're all over the place. And I don't know, maybe I'm kind of used to it because of my Cherokee. Maybe that's why. My Crown Vic does ride pretty good. But, this doesn't ride that bad. I don't know. Maybe, like I said, I'm just used to it. But I don't have a problem with the dual leaf spring setup. That's fine with me. Now, I'm sure if you guys can see looking at it, it is a pretty clean truck. This truck did come from Jersey. I purchased it from the original owner. They owned it since, 99. I believe they bought it like early 99. Like they bought it in, January or February, I think. I forget. It may be on the window sticker, which I actually do have. But they bought it, pretty much, I don't know if they special ordered this truck or they bought it off the lot. That I don't know, but I did buy it from the original owner. So it was in Jersey its whole life. And considering it's a Jersey truck, this thing is clean. I'm in the dirt. I'm out in the woods here, but if you look at the wheel wells, it is really clean. There's really no rot at all. You probably can't see because it's dark, but the frame has some surface rust. Just mind that. It's not rotted through or anything. The only rot this truck does have, which is unfortunate, is the bed rails. As you can see, that bed rail is kind of bad. But the other ones they're rotting, but they're not rotted. That's only that side there actually has holes. The other ones are just the metal starting to flake off and it's getting there. So I have a little bit of time with my bed rails, but eventually I will have to replace those. As you can see, once again, this the fender, the wheel well's in good shape. My cab corners, everything is all in really good shape. My doors are like rot free. Look, if you look, this thing's clean. This door did have rot. Didn't go all the way through, as you can see. Oh, maybe you can't see, but there's no rot on the door there. I stopped it before it went all the way through, but what I did is I took a screwdriver, just scraped off all the old metal. Then I got some navel jelly, put it across the whole entire door here, let it sit for like an hour with the navel jelly on there, and then I went ahead and just put some POR15 on there. So I put some POR15 on there, good to go. So that door should not rot out any more than it has. Not like it's rotted all the way through, but the inside was rotted. I've shown my other video, you'll see that the door did definitely have some rot. The inside of the bed's in really good shape. I am going to bed line it just for the sheer fact that if you look, I'm starting to get little flakes of metal here where the paint's coming off. It's starting to rust the bed a little bit. It's not that bad. There's just like little spots where the paint is coming off and it's starting to rot the bed. Like I said, it's not bad at all. It's not rotted, but it's, you know, it's starting to get surface rot. A little bit of the metal starting to flake off and stuff. So I'm just going to get this, inside of the bed lined, and that will prevent any more rot inside the bed too. Now this truck had a cap on it, as you saw. I removed it. I also removed the running boards, which in my opinion, that was the huge major upgrade. I hated those running boards. I hated them. So, it's nice stepping up on them, but I can't stand the way they look. So the running boards I took off like ASAP, and I took off the bed like ASAP. I did it all on the same day. And I think it looks a lot better. The cap, I actually didn't mind too much being on there. I obviously like it without the cap, but if I had kept the cap on, I don't think I'd actually mind it too much. So it does have a hitch, which is nice. I have actually already used this truck. I had to pull my friend's Jeep. I had to flat tow him on the street because he he blew out his rear diff, and he doesn't have a front drive shaft. So he was pretty much dead in the water on the street, so I had to flat tow him to his house. And I couldn't even tell he was behind me, to be honest with you. I mean, this truck pulls really well. I mean, Cherokees are light, but still, it was my first time, actually, kind of using it, trying to pull some weight, and I couldn't even tell he was behind me. So, I did that probably a week ago. I flat towed him. What else? It doesn't have manual hubs. It is automatic. The vacuum actuators, which if you guys know your Ford trucks, kind of sucks. The Ford, for whatever reason, I don't know why, cannot seem to get their vacuum actuators to work properly. They fail quite a bit. The four-wheel drive and everything works in this now, but I wouldn't be surprised if one of my actuators goes bad or one of my lines or something. So, I'm sure that'll eventually be a future problem where, I have an issue with my four-wheel drive system, but I'm not going to use a four-wheel drive all that much. I mean, me being out in the woods here, I've been using two-wheel drive the entire time, besides trying to do a little hill climb, which, let's just say I'm glad no one was here to see it, because it was the most embarrassing hill climb I have ever seen in my entire life. I mean, I'm almost certain a Prius probably would have climbed the hill better than this thing climbed the hill, but I think it's just the tires. But we'll get on the inside. I do have the tint here, factory tint, not the front windows, but the side windows in the back is a factory tint, which looks really nice. I am going to match it. I believe it's like 15%, maybe 25%. So I'm going to match it, the front here. Does have leather. This is the Lariat. So this is like I said in the other video, this is like the cowboy Cadillac of, these year trucks. Now, someone had told me you can get the King Ranch with these years. I'm almost certain a King Ranch was not available in the 99 trucks. Quote me if I'm wrong. I have never seen a 7.3 King Ranch. I've never seen it. So if it was an option, it must have been like 03, like the last year for these. But it is leather, full leather. Got the bench seat back here. I mean, if you move this seat up, I'll move it up a little bit. Okay, I'm not going to move it up a little bit. You got some decent room back there. It's not too bad. I mean, it's pretty spacious for the most part. I like to sit kind of close, so there's more room on that side, obviously. But even me, I can put my seat way back. I even have more room to go forward. So I'm probably in like the middle position, honestly. But anyone could drive this truck. I mean, if you're 5 feet tall, you can move the seat all the way up and probably drive it. And if you're like 7 feet tall, you probably can move the seat back way further and drive it. So definitely have a lot of room if you're a bigger person or a smaller person. For the most part, it's in really good shape in here. I do have a little bit of cracking and stuff on this seat. I don't know what happened here. I'm going to explain a little bit of the backstory on this truck in a bit, but I think what happened was this originally was his, like, a personal truck. You know, he used to, take it on weekends or whatever, just like his daily driver. And then I think kind of near the end of him owning this truck, he started to use it as a work truck. So some things are kind of beat on a little bit, like it's like the glue here, like I don't know what happened to the seat. He's got like stuff on the floor over here, whatever that is, I think that was kind of near like the end of him owning the truck, honestly. But whatever, it's not a big deal. It's still a pretty nice truck besides the little issues like that. Now that seat I should have showed you is manual, which I don't know why this doesn't have dual power seats. You'd think it would, but it doesn't. My side does have power seats. There's a tear I was talking about, which really isn't that bad. Just, it is there, This side actually isn't as cracked and isn't as bad a shape as the other side, which is kind of weird. I don't understand how that side got cracking and stuff, and then this side's perfect. But then this side has a tear and that side's perfect. So I don't know how that happened, but whatever. The steering wheel's a little beat up. Starting to get like squishy, and it's starting to get discolored. But I mean, I'm sure I could get a steering wheel for it if I really wanted. I'm sure I could do that. It does only have 107,000 miles on it. For a 7.3, that's like nothing. That's pretty low miles. Now, I think he took pretty good care of it for the most part. I mean, it doesn't really have any blow-by. I'll show you guys that, but I didn't see any blow-by or anything really. It has a very slight, which they all have. So I'm pretty sure that's all just normal. Here's some of the options my truck has. Like I said, it's got the 373 gear ratio at a limited slip. Now, I don't know what transfer case I have. I had looked the other day and I forgot. It's a new process, something. It's like a 273 or something, new process 273. I don't know. My Jeep has an MP 231, so this would be an MP, I guess, 273, which, is actually kind of funny that my Jeep and truck have the same transfer case company, but I guess they're pretty common with transfer cases. I'll show you guys the motor. I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to want to see this. But here it is, guys. Here's the here's the 7.3, the diesel, the motor I always wanted, the truck I always wanted. This is it. I mean, I either wanted to get a 7.3 or a 6.0. Now, I know a lot of people talk crap about the 6.0s. They're really not that bad, honestly, the 6.0s. You just have to bulletproof them. You got to spend like $8 grand to really make it into a good truck. I mean, if you can buy the truck, if you can get a 6.0 for like $10,000, $15,000 in decent shape but not bulletproofed, and buy it and then bulletproof it for another $8 to $10 grand, you're only in the thing, $20,000, $25,000, and you got yourself, in my opinion, is actually kind of a little bit better than a 7.3. I like the way they sound better. You get more performance out of them. They're just more updated trucks. They're just more modern. So I'm a fan of the 6.0, but I didn't have, $10,000 to bulletproof one or buy one that was already bulletproofed and pay the cost of that. So, it is what it is. I do like the 7.3s. There are some stuff you have to do to them to kind of fix some factory stuff. Now, this is an early 99, so it does have the smaller turbo compared to the later, late 99s. But not the end of the world. These also have smaller injectors. The late 99s or later 99s had slightly bigger nozzles, I believe, so you can get more power out of them. It is what it is. I mean, I like the way it drives. I'm definitely going to get a tuner for it. That would definitely wake this truck up a lot. But, I mean, it's slow. Don't get me wrong. The truck is slow. But it's actually not as slow as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a lot slower, but it's not horrible. You know, it gets and merges into traffic and stuff. You know, it just, you need a tuner. Your truck needs tuners. That's really how it is. You just need a tuner. So, get a tuner for it. You know, help the shifting, help with the gas mileage, help it get power. These diesels, I mean, really any diesel, you really need a tuner. They help the truck 100%. There's like really no downside unless you're doing some crazy hot tune, but as long as you're doing the moderate tune, I mean, there's literally no negatives to running a tune, besides the cost of getting a tuner. Another thing too, this does have the 4R100 automatic transmission. Now there's 3 transmission options. You gotta get a 4-speed auto, a 5-speed manual, or also a 6-speed manual. I have the automatic, which isn't a big deal. I guess I would have preferred a manual. I don't really care either way. I mean, I have my manual Jeep, so I'm okay with that, but you know, the manuals are a little bit more reliable, and you actually do get a little bit more power out of the manuals, but automatic's fine. This actually does have a brand new transmission in it that was replaced like 7,000 miles ago, so it's got a brand new trans in it. The only thing that I will do to it, at least for now, is get the tuner, which will help with the shifting with the trans, and then I'm going to get a larger trans cooler. I'm going to get like a 6.0 trans cooler, and that will definitely help the life of the trans. So, definitely going to be doing that. But that's pretty much all, everything about the truck. I don't really know what else to show you guys. I mean, as you can see, it's pretty clean. There's really no dents or anything besides just the passenger side. The bed is in really good shape beside the surface rust. The tailgate isn't all rotted out. I think this truck is a pretty good buy. I'm not going to say how much I paid for it, but, you guys can guess. Let's just say I paid anywhere between $5,000 for it and, $20,000. So you can take your guess at how much I paid for it in that price range, but I personally think I got a pretty decent deal on it. How I found this truck and kind of like the backstory on it. Now, I work with someone that's in the cars. We're both in the cars. He's friends with a lot of car people. He has a lot of friends and stuff. He knew I wanted a diesel pickup truck, and he asked me, he said, hey, if you're looking to get a diesel, how much do you have to spend? Like, how much would you be willing to buy one for? I told him what my price range was, and he was like, okay. He's like, I'll talk to the person that's going to be selling the truck. They get back to me, they get back to him, and he's like, they'd sell it for around that price range. So I said, okay, cool. When you want me to come look at it, tell them, I'll look at it, or they want me to come look at it. And, I'll definitely go check it out. I mean, a truck this nice, he knows the owner, he knows how well he took care of it and stuff. It seemed like a good truck. It's a lot of times the diesels, you got to be careful what you get. As in this situation, I didn't have to be too cautious. I kind of knew that it'd be a pretty solid truck for the most part. Maybe a few issues here and there, which is what it does have, a few issues here and there. But the guy that was selling it was a guy that was sick. He had, I'm not sure, but he had some type of cancer. They gave him different times of how long he was going to live for. At one point they told him he was only going to live for a couple months. Other people said he could live for a couple years. The times are really all over the place. And, this was his baby. He liked this truck a lot. And, originally he was going to sell it. And, he told his wife, and he's like, you know what, I'm not ready to sell the truck yet. So she had told, my friend, hey, listen, I'm sorry, tell your friend, he's not ready to sell the truck yet. When the time comes, that he, passes away or whatever, you know, you can come, you know, feel free to come look at it, and maybe you can buy it then. So I had made a video, if you guys remember, a while back. I don't even remember what the video was. I think it was future plans for the channel. I don't even remember what the video was, but I stated that I may be buying a truck. Well, if you remember how long that video was compared to when I bought the truck, you know, you'll know how long it's been. I think it's been about 8 months, 9 months. So it was a little while waiting, which is fine. I completely understand. So I spoke to his wife, went there, looked at it, and really nice woman. I still have her number. You know, just good people, you know. And she told me, you know, when I bought the truck, she's like, just, you know, please take good care of it. Just, you know, that was his baby. That was his truck. And I told her, I'm like, I promise you, I'm going to take care of the truck. You know, it's going in good hands. And that's exactly what I want to do with it. I want to take really good care of it. I have big plans for it. You know, not like, I don't want to like off-road the thing and beat it up. I took it out in the woods. Like, I'm still going to use it as a truck. It's a truck. I'm not going to baby the thing. But I'm not going to like, I'm not going to drive it on the salted roads. Like, I haven't driven it in the last week because they salted the roads down and the roads are horrible. So I haven't really driven it. It's the first time I've driven it in like, I drove it yesterday, but the time before that, it's probably been like 5-6 days I haven't driven it because I don't drive on the roads at all the salt, so I haven't really been driving it. I'm going to keep it clean. You know, I want to lift it. I want to put tires on it. I got a lot of stuff that I want to do with this truck, make it look really nice. It's going to be a cool truck when I'm done. At least in my opinion, I think it's going to be a cool truck. But, you know, there's a lot that I want to do to it. And, you know, this is something I don't ever want to get rid of. You know, I want to keep this truck long term. Unless something happens where, like, it's just too much for me to afford or something. But as long as I take care of it and do things I'm supposed to be doing, I don't see how it's going to fall into that much of a, you know, this mechanical repair, you know? But, I mean, that's pretty much it, guys. That is the truck. It's everything that I can think of that every option that this truck has, everything about it. I don't know what else to say. I guess the last thing I'll do is I'll start it up. I'll show you guys the blow-by. And, you know, that's how I'll close up the video. So, that's it. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Any questions, you know, put it down below in the comments. I'll try to answer whatever I know. I mean, I'm still new to the truck. I'm new to diesels. You know, I've never owned a diesel, so this is like first time buying a diesel, you know. So it's a new world to me. I'm learning as I go, pretty much. But I did a lot of research before I ever bought one of these trucks, so I kind of know what I'm getting into. I kind of know what the costs on things and stuff like that. But, you know, that's it. Let me know what you guys think. Hope you're excited for it. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. I got a lot of videos planned. I got truck stuff planned. I want to get the Jeep finished. The stuff I want to do to the Jeep. I got Crown Vic stuff I want to do. So a lot of car stuff coming. It's just a matter of me finding the time. That's really about it. So, alright, that's it. Take care, guys. Have a good one. And I will see you in the next video. I'll tell you what, guys, I love the smell of diesels, but man, these 7.3s, whew, they smell, man. Like, I mean, you can make a whole parking lot smell like friggin' diesel fuel. But here's the blow-by. I don't know if you can hear me. These motors are real loud. Just a little bit. I'm not pushing the cap off. Not even budging. So, as you can can see, it's really got no blow by, but all right, later.